Nope, that is not the fan. That is my fridge.
Oh.
Yep. It turns off after a couple seconds. Just normal fridge sounds.
Yes, that is a fridge you hear in the background. Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. As Nick, I guess, is getting his grub on or something.
Take a guess on the handful of items that are in this fridge.
Alcohol?
Yep. I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
It's two 24 packs of Bud Light, a pot full of fried rice, 2 dozen eggs, a half-drinking gallon of milk, a bowl of butter, and for some reason barbecue sauce that I don't use because I'm not the biggest fan of barbecue sauce on most things. Like, I'll like them on ribs and stuff, but like, I don't know. I know people that like McNuggets with barbecue sauce. No, go to hell.
Oh, McNuggets with honey mustard.
What is your favorite kind? Like, do you like mustard, like regular yellow mustard?
Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't really like regular yellow mustard.
Fair.
I only ever use it when I'm making homemade barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's true.
But growing up, one of my dad's friends taught me something that actually is good with yellow mustard. It is putting yellow mustard on Lay's potato chips.
Oh yeah, I've had that before. It's not that bad.
Those are the only two instances where I will use regular yellow mustard. Lay's potato chips and making barbecue sauce. Other than that, I don't think I use it at all. Oh,
that's valid.
No, I take that back. When I'm making egg salad sandwich.
Ew, that's disgusting. Egg salad sandwiches are the worst. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I promise we're not changing into like a food podcast or anything like that. We've got a little bit to talk about today. We've got a couple of like housekeeping things that we can talk about. We've got our predictions for Crown Jewel in like 2 days.
Yeah.
At Halloween. Oh boy. I'm so unexcited for it, I can tell you that right now. Taking a look at the chat, Luke Might's here. Sinclair Saturdays, Woking King Slender. Antonio Banks says, hey. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in as we have more people filing in here. Tim, what did you do today?
I worked. I made videos. I posted.
Nice. I have to empty out this bowl that has old weed in it.
Uh-oh.
But it no longer has old weed in it, and I can put new weed into it so I can smoke during the show.
I'm going to say, these Houston Astros better not lose this game.
I spilled all of the weed onto my desk. This is bad.
RVD would not be
RVD.
amused.
Speaking of fucking RVD, my man just doesn't care anymore.
No, and neither does Impact Wrestling.
Apparently. Okay, so you made a comment about him name-dropping people, which I don't, like, can you not name-drop people?
I mean...
Can you not reference WWE?
Usually, people don't.
Is it one of those, like, unwritten rules?
Yeah, because it was, like, last week on AEW Dynamite. Jericho was sitting up in the suite with his inner circle. Cody's in the ring. And Jericho says something like, come fight me. Oh, you won't come up here and fight me. And Cody literally says, Chris, this isn't like that company we came from. There's not an invisible wall stopping me from walking up there.
Yeah, and I don't ever remember that being a thing because weren't they showing like constant clips back in the old draft of even during the Supermarket Brawl of Vince and Flair in the suites?
Well, no, this was a fact of
like going up there and like
Cody saying in WWE they don't want you to run through the crowd to go attack somebody up there in the seats, but here we can do what we want.
Yeah, they got to stop with the jabs at WWE.
Yeah,
I think that's the main thing is that the like companies jabbing at like something like AEW, and it gets especially cringier for me when it's guys like Cody or Jericho doing it, which is like, okay, I understand that they've like worked in the system for many of years, but at what point are you going to disassociate yourself from that? And I like every time that they remind me that they were at one point in the WWE, I just dropped the lighter and it scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh my god. Like I get that they used to be in WWE, so they're used to how that goes. But the more that they keep bringing that up, like, why would you want to mention your rival on your fucking show? How many times did WWE reference WCW or like ever
Not
talked
many.
about WCW when they were in the height of their war. Not a like I.
Oh, WCW would give out the spoilers before Raw was live.
Right, I know that, but WWE was like, no, we're just not even gonna bother choosing that you exist. And
Now
I think,
there have been times, like when X-Pac came back and he basically told Eric Bischoff to suck it for firing him live on Raw. There were times, but it was far and few.
right. There's been what 4 AEW shows, and I guarantee you all 4 have made some kind of reference to the WWE.
Here's the funniest. No. Here's the funniest one.
Go ahead.
Remember when the Inner Circle were in the ring announcing
Yeah,
themselves?
I know exactly what you're gonna say. The We the People bullshit.
Yeah, but then did you see Bellator on Friday?
No, I don't watch Bellator.
So Jericho did the whole "We the People." Well, that's a stupid idea from shitty creative, or whatever the line he said was. It was something like that.
It's a terrible idea from stupid creative.
Something like that, yeah. Well, when Jake Hager comes out for his fights in Bellator, the first thing you see on the big old Titantron is "We the People," and you hear him say, "Everybody, stand up and put your hand over your heart and say it loud and proud. We the people." And he had Sammy Guevara and LAX were Santana and Ortiz with him at the fight.
I mean, I don't necessarily care too much.
It's just, I thought it was just
inconsistent. Yeah,
the timing was hilarious.
yeah.
Jericho shit on it, and Swagger's using it. And then here's the other funny thing.
Go ahead.
They interviewed Swagger before his fight backstage,
What a dumb name.
or Hager,
Hager.
and it literally said on the graphic, Jake Hager, former WWE World Champion.
Yeah.
Not AEW wrestler. Like Jericho.
What sounds more impressive?
Like Jericho was at a Rangers game, and it literally said Chris Jericho, former WWE superstar.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them for quoting that because they probably don't know or give a shit about AEW. They probably know about Vince and the
Bellator should know because they had to agree to let Swagger sign with AEW because he was already signed to them first, and they had to agree to, hey, yeah, he's our fighter, but we'll let him wrestle for you guys. We got dates and this and that, like reason he wasn't on the show last week. So Bellator should know.
I really worry a lot what they're gonna do from a wrestling perspective with Jake Hager, because like he wasn't fuck me running. He wasn't that good, dog.
I mean, he's very athletic.
He's okay.
No.
Plenty of people are okay. Plenty of people are athletic.
Let me finish
that dude couldn't wrestle to save his life.
No, he's a hell of a amateur wrestler, like a real wrestler.
Yeah, I get that, but you know who? Like, okay, he's not a great professional wrestler. I can tell you that now.
I think he was better than what WWE let him be.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
What was he in Lucha Underground? Jake Strong or some gay shit like that? Like that's a porn name.
I don't even remember. I stopped watching Lucha Underground by then.
Did you?
I think I didn't even get El Rey anymore, and then that's basically why. Because I switched off of Comcast and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I really worry what they're going to do with him from a wrestling perspective. It feels like he would just be so limited compared to a guy like Jericho, who, like, when he left the WWE, he didn't just, like, only appear every once in a while for professional wrestling. He did stuff around wrestling. Now he's wrestling on a weekly basis. Like,
well, have you heard the joke about Hager in the Inner Circle about what he wears?
No.
So the joke is everybody in the Inner Circle dresses for their gimmick, dresses for what they're supposed to be. You know, Jericho's an over-the-top, flamboyant guy. So he dresses over the top, and like last couple of weeks he's been wearing that glittery like blazer or whatever. Sammy Guevara comes out with no shirt on because he's supposed to be the teenage sex symbol guy.
Dude, he's hot. I'm sorry,
and then
he's hot.
Santana and Ortiz are supposed to be like these Mexican gangster kind of guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the joke is Swagger's that dad that's just trying to fit in his jeans and polo shirt.
Yeah, he's just there. He's just there. He's trying to fit in. He wants to support his kids.
Yep.
I don't blame him. Support your kids.
But to get back on what we were trying to talk about with Rob Van Dam.
His theme song, by the way. I don't know if it's still the same one that he used back in whenever the fuck TNA made this song. But it's that. Rob Van Dam. The whole fucking show. It's so bad. It's
I
so
think it's
bad.
what they still use. I don't know because he's turned heel now, so I don't know if they've changed it.
I hope not, because that song goes bonky. It's
So-
terrible, but I think it's funny.
If you guys didn't see tonight's Impact on Access, or
I
didn't
say
see the,
Impact on Acid, and I was like, I'd love to watch it.
Hey.
Impact Wrestling High on Acid.
I'm all kinds of congested. If I say something that sounds off, that's fucking why.
Fair
so-
enough.
If you didn't see Impact tonight or didn't see the clips rolling around from the show on Twitter and YouTube, I think they're up now. They posted a video of RVD and this female. Now, I don't know her name, but she did just sign with Impact. And I think she wrestled Jordan Grace recently, too, on Impact.
Now, okay. You mentioned one of these girls, right?
Well, the one in the video from tonight.
Did you see the tweet he made earlier? Earlier in the day, he made a tweet.
The one with two girls?
That says, when I was in WCW in 92, the boys weren't allowed to bring their wives or girlfriends to the arena. Now I can bring them both. Holy shit, RVD. Why is he the coolest thing in wrestling in 2019? Holy shit.
So, RVD's in a hot tub with this chick, and he's looking straight at the camera, and he goes, I got my moveset from right up here, and he points at his brain. He goes, all these guys now in 2019, where do you think they got their moveset? That's right here from me. He basically goes, there'd be no Kenny Omega if it wasn't for me. There'd be no Young Bucks and Daniel Bryan. And I'm like, well, fuck, just throw them names out there.
Here's the thing.
They're
He's
not
absolutely
giving,
right.
They're not giving any kinds of whatever. Well, I wouldn't say Daniel Bryan, though, because he's not like RVD. Daniel Bryan's more of a technical wrestler. Yeah, he does kicks, and RVD does kicks, but completely different. That was the one that I was kind of like, no, because RVD was always known for doing the death-defying stunts, and Daniel Bryan, yeah, he has done some stunts in the past, but he's not known for the death-defying stunts. He's more known for being one of the best technical wrestlers. That's the one that kind of stood out to me that didn't fit in what he was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bucks and Kenny Omega, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, and I think RVD, his style of wrestling was like, it's just what modern wrestling is now, right? Like heavyweights doing cruiserweight type shit.
But it's just funny though. If you watch this video of RVD, you would think like he probably was just half baked.
I think he was just off the fucking goop.
Like this is the way he's saying. He's like, when he goes, when I got my moveset, I got it from right here. Like he didn't even care what he was saying. He was just like, I think is what they want me to say.
Would you say RVD is like? I feel like so there's the wrestling Mount Rushmore, right? Which is four of like the greatest wrestlers, right?
I mean, it varies depending on who you talk to. Mine,
Exactly.
I mean, mine would be Hogan, Flair, Austin, and Michaels, no specific order.
That's fair. Okay. I feel like RVD belongs on the underappreciated Mount Rushmore. Because I feel like for what RVD contributed to wrestling and what he's still contributing at his age and how goddamn good he is and how good he used to be and his like everything about it, his promo work, like all of his stuff with Sabu, Taz, fucking it's so good. And just, I don't think anyone at that time really valued like how good of a goddamn athlete he was. And I'm so bummed about when he got stripped of the belt that he never got another chance to be a champion in the WWE.
Wasn't he released not long after?
He was released not long after. Yeah. But like I don't know. I feel like he's the kind of guy like I feel like he's Jeff Hardy for like a generation that's 5 years older than
Like that was a name he could have dropped. There'd be no Jeff Hardy if there were no RVD.
No, because they kind of broke in at about the same time.
No.
RVD broke in. No, but they started doing that bonky shit at about the same time.
No, I think RVD was doing that years before because Jeff Hardy didn't really break into like 98. RVD was doing that stuff in like 95.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He absolutely was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'd say a lot of Jeff Hardy. Again, Jeff Hardy and RVD have had some banger fucking matches.
Very true. So
Again,
maybe he
Jeff
said
Hardy belongs on that list of like.
maybe.
Okay, well, let's just fuck it. Let's just go down the list real quick.
Well,
who would you?
well,
I gave 2 names. You give 2.
My thing is he probably didn't say Jeff Hardy because he probably respects Jeff Hardy since they've actually wrestled before. But
that's fair. But second for my underrated.
I mean,
absolutely.
Oh, you're talking about who's underrated?
Yeah. So the underrated.
I thought you were gonna ask me who he should have called out.
No. I'm just talking about the underrated Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that's tough though, because you gotta think many years.
Well, I mean, you can always think. I always feel like these like real underrated guys were between like 95 to 2010. That's my opinion. Like the guys that span from that time, the people that you always saw on TV, whether it be a mid card or like a solid like main event scene, that always pulled out consistently decent stuff no matter where they were. And I want to know in chat as well, like, who do you guys think are some of the most underrated and underappreciated wrestlers? At least the Mount Rushmore of them. I gave 2. I said RVD and Mr. Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
I wouldn't say Jeff Hardy's underrated or was ever underrated.
No, I'd say he was underappreciated though. I think no one really started appreciating that like fucking TLC match until 2016. You know what I mean?
True.
Like no one was really like, God damn, Jeff Hardy was like killing himself out there.
Well, actually, even before the TLC, No Mercy 98, what was it, 99, 98? The ladder match with the Edge and Christian.
Sinclair, that's a really good call.
Booker? I was one that almost I was gonna say, but I wasn't sure. I was like,
I think a guy like Booker T.
I mean, there was a lot of guys you can say from WCW, like Jericho and Benoit were underrated.
Christian.
JBL.
I think as I think JBL, when he finally reached the end and he was that like big businessman. Well, yeah, that is JBL. That wasn't John Bradshaw.
No, I can tell you who's the most underrated right now.
Are you talking WWE?
Yes.
A man
we're gonna talk about later.
A man that we're gonna talk about later?
We talked about him before we went live.
Did we talk about him before? Mansoor?
You're close.
Cesaro?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Cesaro, put him on that list. Fuck it, dude. Put him on that list.
That man should have held more titles than he has.
And I hope he gets the opportunity.
I'm not saying, put the world title on him tomorrow, but I'm just saying, what did he?
Give him a title.
Did he have the U.S. title once and that's it?
Cesaro, yeah. Didn't he hold the IC belt and the tag straps?
No, he's had.
Are you kidding me?
He's had the tag team titles like 5 or 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
He won the U.S. title when he first came into WWE. And then he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Other than that, he really hasn't won anything else in WWE.
It's tough. Yeah,
I mean, he's never, even in ROH, he was just, him and Chris Hero, give him the tag titles.
I wonder why no one... Well, he also had, like, a decent world title run.
I mean, when?
Ring of Honor?
No.
Really?
In ROH, he only held tag titles with Chris Hero.
Why don't people trust him?
I mean, PWG put the belt on him once.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of, I reckon. It was PWG. Cesaro should go to NXT and team with Cassius? Sure.
Well,
I don't care.
Cassius Ohno's been doing UK.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Great theme song.
Yeah, because Claudio Castagnoli was PWG.
Castagnoli.
It's not Castagnoli.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Gnogli, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was champion back in 2010. He held the title for 287 days.
Nice.
And successfully defended it 6 times.
Antonio Banks says Billy Gunn.
No.
No?
I mean, they tried with Billy Gunn. He was 99 King of the Ring.
Yeah, he was.
That failed. That failed big time. So, like I said, they tried with Billy Gunn. It just didn't work.
Tim, what else we got to talk about before we get too long on this topic?
Well,
because we've got a couple of other things before we get to like the main course.
So last night I was having internet issues, and I wasn't able to do a Raw review, so I wanted to just hit some points from last night's Monday Night Raw. Not really like go in and do a full review, but hit some high notes and talk about the rating as well. So they did the thing at the beginning of the show where they kicked Paige out of the Kabuki Warriors, basically. Mm-hmm. Sprayed her with the mist, and then she disappeared. I don't know why they did that. It really wasn't needed since Paige hadn't been seen in like 2 months anyways. So I thought that was kind of like a funny little thing to do. Asuka can spray the mist in Paige's face and make people mad. I guess it was like let's see if this can finally get them to boo them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Murphy, they did no favors with him. Yeah, he beat Truth, but he also had to stand in the ring for like a minute and a half while the 24/7 geeks ran around the ring.
Listen, man, Buddy Murphy deserves all the respect in the world. God!
Also, why'd they have to bring the Street Profits out to the ring just to cut the same promo they cut every week backstage?
I don't know. People like the Street Profits. I think they're fun.
Well, here's the thing. The fans, this would have went over better backstage because the fans ruined it. Half the fans were just chanting Street Profits, but they wanted the fans to chant, "We want the smoke," so it was kind of like the fans didn't know what to do. I mean, in the end, it was fine.
Again, for guys like the Street Profits, they're good on their feet, though.
That's very true, especially Montez Ford.
Exactly. So if they notice that the crowd's not rolling with them, fuck it. We'll just roll. We'll roll with whatever they're going with, and we'll just play it off.
Right. Now, a positive, Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre. I thought that match for the second week in a row was great. The finish, though, not good in execution. Good in theory, not good in execution. Why would you have the heel, Randy Orton, come out there in his hometown of St. Louis and RKO Ricochet to cause a disqualification?
Did you hear what he screamed out, though, at the end?
No, I did not.
I'm a heel, but you still all love me.
Oh, yeah, he's done that before.
Yeah, I love that. I think Randy, Randy Orton's character since fucking the year 2006 has just been, I'm just a shitter. He's just a shit guy. Face or heel, he's just a little shitter.
Yep. He's a I don't give two fucks about nothing.
His role is perfect.
He said he said in 2010, "Give me that 10-year contract and I'm just going to scoot on by."
Oh yeah. And here's the thing. He's fucking perfect for that role.
Oh yeah.
He's great at it. And that RKO sell is phenomenal, though.
Oh, I was about to say that next. Ricochet sold that RKO perfectly where he took it, spike on the top of his head, and still flipped around.
I know.
What did you think of the Viking Raiders killing the Chicago Cubs in St. Louis?
Well, first of all, I didn't give a shit, but I am getting a little stinky-dinky tired of Viking Raiders squash matches. You know who could have benefited a little bit more from that squash? Well, no, they're not on.
Who?
They're not on. I was going to say Heavy Machinery, but they're on SmackDown, aren't they?
Yeah, they're on SmackDown.
Never mind. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. It meant nothing to me, but I wish that they would stop getting so many enhancement talents, much like Braun did in the early aughts,
But I mean, I get it. They want to make them out just to be these monster killer guys.
Jesus Christ, they are! They are!
But here's the other thing, though.
They don't need to convince us.
Other than AOP, they've beat every tag team on Raw already.
His name is fucking Ivar.
Yeah, I don't know why they would have changed the name.
That's cool.
It's better than Hanson and Rowe? Eric and Ivar?
Tim, his fucking name is Ivar. Holy shit. My name's Ivar. I'm going to fucking kill you now.
You think Ivar's better than Warbeard Hanson?
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Ivar just screams like, I'm going to eat you alive and then use your bones to kill your friends.
Okay, what about Eric?
The way he spells it's pretty dope.
I guess.
The way he spells it's very like punk rock, very I think that literally I think they're the best tag team.
Oh yeah. They were the best tag team even before they came into WWE.
Athletic as fuck for big dudes. Eric's like weird, and I want to learn to do this move, a weird like hip toss where the dude completely flips back onto his knees and then he knees him and just stares at him and screams in their face. That is
Yes.
literally the hardest fucking move on the planet. That literally would terrify me, and I would shit my pants if he did that to me. I'd be dead. I would just lay down for a 3 count. They are literally, I think that they could have, if WWE was like, yeah, we're gonna keep calling you the Viking Raiders or the Viking Experience, I think they would have still been super duper mega over, because
chance,
they
yeah.
are just phenomenal wrestlers. I want them to be Raw's version of New Day with how long they hold these belts for. Give me Viking Raiders and the Usos. Give me that. Give me them in the Hell in a Cell. Fuck the New Day. Give me Usos and Viking Raiders in a Hell in a Cell. I want to see Hanson jump off the cell.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
No.
How does a first baseman go to
ahead.
catch a ball with the batter running to first, and he does not catch the ball and his glove falls off his fucking hand?
That's tough. Just probably glove wasn't on. Probably sweaty.
Fucking guy got into second. Anyways.
Sinclair says AOP will beat the Vikings for the tag team championship. You are absolutely incorrect. The AOP should not even come close to these tag belts until the year 2024, when there may be a little less fucking... No. They suck. I hate them.
Here's the thing. AOP should be doing these squash matches, not the Viking Raiders anymore. Viking Raiders should be coming out once every other week, doing just random matches as the champions, getting over as baby faces, and AOP should be being rebuilt as these monsters until the two teams finally clash.
I don't think AOP will ever touch tag gold in main roster. What?
They slowed it down. He went to catch this ball. Freaking, I think the batter literally ran through his arm and knocked his glove off his hand. Yeah, basically. I think the batter got hit in the ass with the ball.
Marcus Ryan, we're going to talk more about that, because I'm thinking something's going to happen with Humberto involving Crown Jewel, in my opinion. But before we get there, as we begin to wrap up whatever the fuck we were talking about now, we're talking about Raw, so let's continue recapping Raw. So we talked about, we finished on the tag match. You alive, Tim?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. You want to finish up the Raw recap?
Yeah, so what I was going to say is I got a lot of questions today about this Carolina girl that was on Raw last night.
NXT.
So she's a masked woman that they put with Sin Cara. Her real name, she's wrestled 2 matches so far for NXT, only on house shows. Her real name is Catalina Garcia.
Nice.
That's the name she's been using, at least in NXT. And I don't know if this is just a full call-up for her, or if it was a one-time thing. She's only 19 years old.
Yeah, she's young.
Typically, they don't like people under 21 on the main roster, unless you're like super good like Paige was. Paige was an exception. She was on the main roster before 21 because she was just that good.
What was she, 18?
I think so. At least, she was at least 18. I think she was either 17 or 18 when they signed her, and 18 when she debuted in NXT. Something like that. But I don't know what they're doing with her, and if this was just a one-time thing to combat the Selena Vega thing, or if they're going to keep going more and more with this. But from what I've seen of her in the past, I've seen some of her matches in Mexico and stuff. She's good. Very solid, especially for 19.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Good. You
going to listen to Corey Graves' podcast that drops tomorrow?
No, I think Corey Graves is physically the worst human being I've ever had the opportunity to experience. He went from a pretty decent commentator in NXT to like, I'm going to shoot myself in the head if I have to hear him talk one more time and be all edgy and dark. And I hate him now. Dude, I hate saying it. I don't watch any WWE with my commentary anymore. I just mute it and I play Team Fortress 2 in the background. I just watch the wrestling. Like, I cannot take it.
I mean, I wouldn't have expected any less from your comment there. To be completely honest.
I don't know, WWE's commentary is just dog shit now. It's the only commentary team I choose to listen to is 205 Live because Tom Phillips is there, and I love you, Tom Phillips. Come on the show. I want to talk to you. We won't bring up the throat fucking thing. God damn it, I brought it up, didn't I?
So another thing that was very weird from last night's Monday Night Raw was the pairing of Charlotte and Natalya. Charlotte's now a babyface on Raw. She was a heel on SmackDown, and now she's just a babyface and being built up as a dominant tag team with I don't even know.
I mean, look, that women's division needs more tag teams to do shit.
Here's a good thing, though. The Iconics actually looked like they had improved since last time I saw them.
What do you mean? They're great.
No, I didn't say they were. I didn't say that. I meant they looked better than last time I saw them.
Fair enough. I guess you can never, you can always get better. That's valid.
So,
fair enough, I reckon.
Fonzie in the chat says buffering. You're the only one saying that. I've got perfect connection on my end.
Sorry, Fonzie,
it's got to be your end.
On
It's got to be on him. So, the Falls Count Anywhere match with Rollins and Rowan, it was okay. Nothing bad, nothing good. I mean, nothing bad, but nothing like exceptionally great. And then we had AJ versus Humberto Carrillo. AJ beat Humberto. This is the second week in a row they gave him a great match, but then he got beat. I think he's going to win that Battle Royal and challenge AJ again at Crown Jewel.
Oh, yeah.
Probably lose again.
But it'll be a banger match.
Exactly. And then we had Divorce Court. Here's the interesting thing about Divorce Court. It bombed in the television ratings.
Did great on YouTube.
Yeah. Let me check the number. As of noon or 1 p.m. Pacific time, it had over 3.3 million views. I want to see what it's at now.
Dog. Fucking Rusev, the sex addict, is so fucking over. That's insane.
So right now, that 4 million views. They never have a video from Raw or SmackDown do over 3. So, I don't know. The live crowd didn't care to stick around for it because by the end of the third hour, they were under 2 million viewers. But people have been caring since. They must have heard about it and said, maybe I should go check that out. Rusev is kicked in the balls.
Look, straight up, I think Rusev is legitimately and I talked to you about this earlier, and this is baffling to me. This is outrageous to me. That on Raw, the only week-to-week running, storyline, the only story that's going on right now
that's 4
is
weeks.
A goddamn cuckold storyline with Rusev, Lana, and Bobby Lashley.
And it got even more confusing last night when Lana was like, "Oh, I'm mad because you just want to have sex all the time and make me Mama Rusev, and now I can't be a model if I have a baby bump." And then she goes, "But also that's not why I'm with Bobby Lashley. It's because he said you cheated on me."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What? You're gonna believe him?" And she just goes,
"What?
Yeah." And then Lashley came out. We didn't hear anything of, well, who did he cheat with? What did Lashley see? What the?
Oh, I'm sure that just means there's so much more to come in the coming weeks. Look,
Paul Heyman all over this shit. Compose your thought for a second.
I don't think I can think anymore. My brain's just fried from drugs and WWE punching me in the face.
Mr. Jones is me says, are we all forgetting that Rusev knocked up Maria? No. That's not a thing anymore because fucking Ride Along killed that whole storyline. And also, ever since then, Mike and Maria have been all over social media just happy-go-lucky. They're fucking going and seeing Joker tonight.
Literally, I guarantee you what happened was this cuck storyline, like their cuck storyline ended, so they're like, Rusev and Lana, you're next on the couples that are married that we can fuck over.
Right?
The wrestling's great. Wrestling on WWE, they have some amazing talent on their rosters on Raw.
Yes.
They've got Aleister Black.
Last
AJ
week's
Styles.
Raw, every match I thought was good.
They've got
This week, most matches were good.
They've got Aleister Black. They've got Humberto. They've got Seth Rollins. Even though I don't like him, I still think he's a fine wrestler. Guys like Eric Rowan are big powerhouses.
Rogan?
Yes. Buddy Murphy is fantastic. Cedric Alexander blows my mind. But somehow, you can fuck around enough with these people that on October 29th, 2019, the only week-to-week story is this. And it hurts because it's not even a fucking good one. I would rather take like a month long of the most boring Charlotte and Natalya feud because at least something cool might happen. But until Rusev pulls like a 12 rounds 3 moment and picks up a gun, I don't give a shit about this storyline.
You're talking about Countdown.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Countdown. I don't understand. Like, I do understand the appeal of this storyline to guys like Paul Heyman and Vince McMahon. I get why this is funny. I completely understand. Look, if this was in ECW, I'd be losing my shit. Ha ha, funny guy, or even 90s WWE. But I don't like it. I don't like it, and it's starting to hurt. And it's making me extreme. Like, and I hate saying this as if I'm some kind of special person that deserves the best wrestling that he can get on television. But goddamn, am I sick and tired of just all the dog shit that WWE is force feeding down the throats. And the only week-to-week story is this.
Technically, they're still kind of week-to-week Seth and The Fiend, but it kind of died out.
The Fiend, we haven't seen The Fiend since what? They burnt the fucking Funhouse down? The Fiend's on a different fucking show.
Here's the other thing I don't like. Why do people keep comparing the Lashley, Lana, Rusev storyline to Matt Hardy, Lita, and Edge? It's not even close to the same thing.
No. And if you guys do think this is a real thing, I accidentally did some discovery today. I was browsing through Rusev's Instagram because I think he's handsome and I like showing him off. And on his Instagram, he has for some reason like linked his dog's Instagram, which of course has like a post from like 2 days ago that's like posted like from Lana. It's like, oh, mom and dad hanging out with me. And there's some cute shit like that, but it's like, all right, we understand that like storylines are a thing, but the least you could do is try to make it fucking consistent. For the love of God, I'm tired and I don't like watching this anymore.
Remember, Lana on social media killed the last time they broke up on television.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
She was supposed to be with Dolph, and then she posted online, Rusev proposed. And TMZ ran it everywhere, and so WWE had to shoot that storyline down.
And look, we're going to wrap up and do the predictions for Crown Jewel and end the show. But the last thing I want to say, look, straight up, I genuinely have 0% interest in continuing to watch WWE. And I might just stop watching altogether. I know that doesn't matter, but I think that's just something that, like, boy, I hate saying that as a wrestling fan. That's such a bummer. It's a bummer being like, boy, this shit is just...
Well, here's
shit.
Here's my question.
What?
Are you saying WWE main roster or everything? Because NXT is pretty good every week.
I mean, NXT is pretty good every week, but I can like watching NXT. Here's the thing. The
Prince is back.
Watching NXT is like going out for ice cream after your dog dies. Like, yeah, you got some ice cream and it's delicious and it's great. But once you're done with the ice cream, you gotta like have that memory in the back of your mind, like, or like getting super drunk after like breaking up with someone. Being drunk is like, oh, fantastic, I don't feel anything anymore. But once you become sober, you're like, oh no, this. Like, I love NXT. I think it's fantastic. But straight up, one day a week, if like I can only watch a WWE produced television show one day a week when they have 3 to 4 days a week, are they running shit? Oh my God, that's not good for their company. That is a Luke Might with the $1.99. Can you please talk about the Jordan Miles T-shirt issue? No, we're not going to talk about it. And that's all. Nope, that's all we're going to say.
I was just say I don't have an opinion.
Nope, we're not saying anything.
everything that needed to be said was said over the weekend by other people. I mean, what are we going to just copy what other people said? Like, there's nothing more to say.
What we are going to talk about, though, is Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel in 2 days.
Pay-per-view, and big fan of the show, Mansoor, is wrestling on that card.
So, festivities for Crown Jewel actually kick off tomorrow at 4 a.m. Eastern. WWE will be holding a media event with a possible announcement, they said. And I don't know what this announcement's going to be or could be. But we do know that Lana, Lacey Evans, and Natalya all traveled to Saudi Arabia. I don't know if they're going to wrestle. I don't know what the plan is for them to be in Saudi Arabia. Because if it was me, if I was doing a women's match, I would have brought Natty and Charlotte and gave them spotlight. But whatever.
I'm good.
Whatever. I don't know what this media event's going to entail, how long it's going to be, if it's anything like the last quote-unquote press conference they held. We were roughly 30 minutes, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And before I get going, Ryan Armstrong, no. If the Nats win tonight, they still have to win one more game.
Is that my brother? It's not. I don't have a brother named Ryan. His name's Austin.
Anyways, as far as Crown Jewel goes, we do know of, I want to say, 9 matches.
Too many.
Taking place on the, 4-hour show. It starts at 1 p.m. Eastern our time.
No. What do you mean 1 p.m. Eastern our time? What does that mean?
In 1 p.m. Eastern in America.
No, it starts at 9 a.m. here. Oh, yeah.
No, the pre-show starts at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Fuck me running. I don't want to watch.
Then don't.
No, because Kai and I are going to do a live watch-along with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Fucking loaded.
First match we do know of sees NXT superstar and
the show.
Saudi Arabia's own
fan of the show,
Mansoor, taking on Cesaro. I mean,
he's only 17.
It's obvious. Mansoor.
It's gonna be Mansoor. It's the hometown boy. This will probably open up the matchup, open up the card. I'm sure.
Actually, I can see them doing the battle. Well, no. Actually, I should have led with this because the battle royal I think is on the pre-show.
I'm dropping coins, dude. Jesus.
So, Wrestle Geek Club, thank you for the $4.99 super
special
chat
shout
donation.
out. No, you get nothing special. Thank you. I love you. I don't know. Just text it, Ashton. If we read it, we read it. I don't have it open on my phone, but I can open it for you. I'll open it right now.
I saw it.
Ashton, we'll talk about
it. If Ashton Tyler's 504, I have no clue. That was just a rumor going around. It was never actually confirmed about Vince wanting to bury Cedric Alexander.
Hey,
anyways,
straight up, Cesaro, I think, can, like, I don't know. I just feel bad for a guy like Cesaro who's quite impressive in the ring. He's just a good wrestler overall, and it really. What happened?
I turned my head for 2 seconds. Now it's freaking Washington 5-2.
Who cares?
Anyways,
it's gonna be Mansoor.
So then, which is actually taking place first, I should have put these in a different order. The Battle Royal, 20-man Battle Royal. Winner earns the United States Championship match on the main card. We have the 24/7 champion Sunil Singh, Mojo Rawley, Eric Rowan, R-Truth, Sin Cara, Brian Kendrick, Titus O'Neil, Tony Nese, Akira Tozawa, Shelton Benjamin, Apollo Crews, Buddy Murphy, Andrade, Drake Maverick, Eric Young, Luke Harper, Cedric Alexander, Heath Slater, Humberto Carrillo, and No Way Jose.
Who that?
No Way Jose.
So straight up, it has to be Humberto, right? It has to be. No, fuck it. Give me Sunil Singh and AJ Styles and Crown Jewel. Oh, I'd rather kill myself.
I'm thinking it's either Humberto or Buddy. I mean, if you want to do a really, really good match, though.
Humberto?
No.
Buddy.
Andrade and AJ Styles.
I don't necessarily think that's true. I don't think that's true. Heel.
So in that regard, Buddy probably wouldn't win either. So if you got to have a babyface win to go up against a heel AJ, Humberto or Cedric.
Woken King Slender says no EC3. Yeah, I'm a little bummed about that as well. Take out, I don't know, take out fucking Eric Young. Jesus Christ. Why is he
Drake
there?
Maverick.
No. You leave him in.
Actually, you leave in Drake Maverick to do some funny spots with EC3.
Well, no, I'd say you would probably have. So I picture it going down as such.
EC3 and Drake Maverick should just be a fucking tag team.
No, I picture this match, to be completely honest with you, going down as in everyone's going to turn their attention to R-Truth except Umberto, Buddy, and Andrade.
Why R-Truth, though?
Well, oh no, to Sunil, I'm sorry. Because they're all going to want that 24/7 title.
Unless.
What? What do you mean unless?
They do like they've done before. During this match, 24/7 rules are non-existent.
No, they need to have it be existing to make this thing bearable. I'm sorry, no one in here I'm like enthused to see other than Umberto win.
What if it's Luke Harper?
I don't want it to because then you know he's gonna lose.
True, very true.
Like even with Umberto, you could be like, oh, there's a chance he could win.
Yeah.
And maybe you like again, he's not like his mic skills might be but I do think that he could genuinely be a solid U.S. champion.
Very true.
I think he'd be fine. And most of the Buddy is on here who he could be another good one. Andrade and maybe I don't know Shelton Benjamin. Literally everyone else on here is just filler talent.
Luke Harper was a great IC champion when he feuded with Dolph.
Yeah, but I think Luke Harper is well past the championship. Like he's no, not anymore. He's past his window.
Lower Roller Scratcher in the chat says no Rusev. Well, no, because he's in the 5-on-5 Hogan Flair.
Rusev's gonna murder Bobby Lashley, I think.
So then we go forward. And, of course, AJ Styles defending the title. AJ's got to win. Yeah,
I'm assuming AJ's just going to beat whoever he faces, whether it be it Humberto or, I don't know, give it to Mojo Rawley. Maybe I'll like him again. Maybe I won't hope he, dies in a fire. I will forever.
So then moving forward.
Cedric as well.
We've got the world's largest tag team turmoil match.
Again, imagine, imagine not having the Usos in this fucking match. Imagine that. It makes me want to kill myself. They're such a good tag team, and no one pays it. What happened? Did the DOIs finally catch up to them? And
basically, did you see the video of the second time?
Yeah, I did.
Anyways, in this match, we've got the OC, Gallows and Anderson, SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Revival, Ryder and Hawkins.
Ignore the washing machine in the background, please.
Huh?
Ignore my washing machine in the background.
Any two members, I guess, of Lucha House Party, Rude and Ziggler, the Raw Tag Team Champions, Viking Raiders, the New Day, Heavy Machinery, and the B Team.
Hey, I got a question. Why didn't you get a picture of Viking Raiders with the straps?
Because I haven't got one yet.
That's valid.
Hell, you see the picture of the Revival with the blue straps?
Yeah.
Those are actually red that I turned blue. That's why they're too dark.
Huh.
I got to fix that. They're kind of too dark. Anyways. Winners will become the best tag team in the world. Greatest tag team, whatever you want to call it. And there you go.
Who do you got winning?
New Day, probably. But New Day or Viking Raiders?
I've got Revival taking the dub. They're probably going to pin the New Day.
So then going forward, you're probably going to laugh at this graphic because it was the only good picture of Tyson Fury I can get that I can crop out and not look bad.
Is there a good picture of Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman.
Tyson Fury's going to win, man.
I think Fury wins this. Fury said that if this goes well, this won't be his last match. So in that regard, he's got to win.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely going to be Tyson Fury. Again, they're giving him that Saudi money. That is a great picture of him. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it was either that or some goofy looking pictures of him, just hamming it up at a press conference. And I'm like, nah, I'd go with this one.
Yeah, I've got Fury 100%.
So then going forward, another crossover. WWE Championship on the line. Brock Lesnar against Cain Velasquez. I think Brock has to win it.
I mean, assumably, yeah, but I also see it being a possibility of, I wonder if... And I know that this is far from going to happen, but it's nice to have hope and pray that maybe WWE will listen to my internal screams, but why not just give the belt to Kane, tell Lesnar to go fuck himself, and have the Fiend beat Kane?
No, here's what you do.
What?
You have Brock win.
Yeah.
Then they're 1-1 technically, and you have to do a third rubber match.
Okay, Tim, is that what we need to do? Is that what you want to see?
I mean, that's what they're probably going to do.
I don't want that. Fuck. I don't want that.
Also, did you hear Ray say today that Dominic will report to the Performance Center in 2020? 2020. Yeah. Rey Mysterio's son and The Rock's daughter will both be training at the Performance Center at the same time.
Good on them.
So going forward,
The Brock match could end in a DQ, possibly.
in a 5-on-5 Team Hogan versus Team Flair match. On Team Flair, we got the Captain Randy Orton,
Who cares?
Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, or as Rusev calls him, Bob Lashley,
Bob Lashley.
Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura and Drew McIntyre, taking on Team Hogan's Captain Roman Reigns, Rusev, Ricochet, Shorty G, and Ali. I think Hogan's team wins it.
The faces are going to win.
It's got to be.
Yeah, and again, I think that this match is going to be really fun. I think it's going to be, and what's great is that, like, you can just have clear and easy stories. You can pair one guy up with the other. You know,
Exactly.
Rusev's going to bump with Lash. I'm sure Ali and Shinsuke will mix it up. It'll be Gable and Corbin, and Drew and Ricochet. And there you go.
Here's the interesting thing.
Go ahead.
Is it just one fall to the finish? Because they didn't ever announce it as elimination. Did they?
It's elimination, yes.
Oh, okay. I never actually heard that. They just keep saying 5-on-5, Team Hogan versus Team Flair.
Yeah, it's an elimination match.
Gotcha.
And I'm sure
Shorty
it'll
G takes that
end.
first pin?
I hope not. They already fucked with Shorty G. He's a hell of a wrestler.
So, in what I think will be the main event match, unless it's the 5-on-5, they could probably go either way. I mean, there's actually 3 matches that can go on as main event. The Brock Kane match could as well. But the falls count anywhere. Universal Championship cannot be stopped for any reason. And here's the thing.
What?
Does that mean pinfall and submission
Pinfalls and
can't
submissions
stop
don't
it?
matter.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Why not just make it an I Quit match then?
It still can't be stopped for any reason, even if you quit. Anyways.
Well, yeah, you could just call it a I Quit match.
Yeah, I know.
They've had enough. And also,
So-
I think an I Quit match would make a lot of sense because that would be the first time you'd hear the Fiend
Exactly.
voice.
I think a I Quit match would be the perfect way to do this. It could still be, street fight, false count anywhere rules or whatever, where they could fight all around the building, which that's a big building if they're going to go to the back and stuff.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's gonna start at the Funhouse.
They're not bringing
Yes.
the Funhouse to Saudi Arabia.
Oh my God! What the fuck are you saying? Yes, I can tell you exactly what's gonna happen. It's either gonna start in the Funhouse or it's gonna spill to the Funhouse, and they're gonna set that bitch on fire.
No.
I promise. No, Tim, shut up.
So-
yes, they are.
I think Seth has to win it. Keep that red belt on Raw.
I don't care if the Fiend's gonna win. The Fiend's gonna literally eat the soul out of Seth Rollins. Gonna leave his corpse there in the
The
ring.
Fiend's going to win, take the belt to SmackDown, and they're going to turn it blue.
Literally. Then they'll run a storyline of Raw doesn't have a world title, and then they'll make one up.
No,
and then,
they would have a world title. Because
What?
think about it in this regard.
what?
Cain Velasquez was not drafted. Rey Mysterio was drafted to Raw. Cain goes to Raw with the WWE title and Rey. Boom, swap the belts.
And then just do away with Brock?
Well, Brock's still on SmackDown. And Brock can do whatever he's going to do when he comes back in 3 months.
Okay, so you're saying if Brock was to lose this match, like there would be no continuation. It would just be
Well, there would be going into like Mania, and Brock would just be like, oh, I don't care about a brand split. I'm going to come do whatever the hell I want anyways.
okay. That's fair. That's fair.
But
That's valid.
that is what we can expect at Crown Jewel, maybe.
That
Those
is
are our
Crown
predictions.
Jewel, and that is also gonna wrap up the show tonight. Well, thanks guys for tuning in. My name's Nick. You can follow me on Twitter at ArmWeek21. You can follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited. Instagram, Pro Wrestling Unlimited, Facebook.com/Pro Wrestling ULTD. You know the links. Just follow us. Follow me. Fill the void in my heart that drugs and alcohol can't fill. It's my followers on social media, if I'm being honest. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me basically everywhere at Timmy Buddy.
Wonderful.
Tomorrow we will be back live talking AEW Dynamite.
AEW Dynamite.
That's going to do it for tonight, guys.
Thank you guys so much. And remember, call your mom. She probably misses you. But don't do it when there's a washing machine. The washing machine stopped right as we stopped the show. God damn it. Thank you so much, guys. Call your mom. She probably misses you. Bye-bye.